Section 51.
Hi everyone, what's up guys, DozGeek here with Section 51. Big thanks again for your support to the channel and welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome to this UFO news video. As always, first, please hit that like button and share this new video right now to keep supporting Section 51. And don't forget, of course, to watch this video until the end. Coming up today, the Pentagon has just set up a UFO office. A strange UFO was seen dropping orbs over Russia in November 2021. A massive UFO, half the size of the Earth, may have been filmed passing by Saturn, and a bright white long swirling UFO over Scarborough, Ontario in September 2021. Everything has been very fast in recent days. Shortly after Senator Kirsten Gillibrand announced the will and need for the creation of a new UFO investigation agency, the Pentagon just claimed that it has a new office dedicated to investigating and tracking UFOs, or UAP, as they are now known. The Airborne Object Identification and Management Synchronization Group, or AOIMSG, maybe the least sexy name possible, will specifically focus on unexplained phenomena that pass through military airspace. The group will be directed by the Under-Secretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security. AOIMSG will be the successor to a Navy department called the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force. In June 2021, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence released a report on more than 140 sightings by Navy pilots and others of unidentified aerial phenomena.
Incursions by any airborne object pose safety of flight and operation security concerns, and may pose national security challenges. AOIMSG is being established to address the challenges associated with assessing UAP occurring on or near Defense Department training ranges and installations.
The new office would seem to fill many of the roles envisioned in an amendment offered to the 2022 National Defense Authorization Act by Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. Gillibrand's legislation calls for the establishment of an Anomaly Surveillance and Resolution Office in the Pentagon that would take on the duties of the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, synchronize and standardize the collection, reporting and analysis of UAP events and evaluate their threat to national security. Under Gillibrand's amendment, the office would also be responsible for ensuring UAP incidents are reported to a centralized repository, as well as crafting a science plan to develop and test theories to account for characteristics and performance of unidentified aerial phenomena that exceed the known state of the art in science or technology. The amendment also calls for twice-yearly briefings to Congress panels. This very quick and unexpected creation of the AOIMSG is rather surprising. It's pretty sure that this was a chess move from the Pentagon. Let's see what they do next. Let's see in the future if it can help to put more light and transparency on the UFO reports. But nothing is certain. Perhaps we should see this new initiative as an attempt from the Pentagon and some lobbies to regain control over all these sensitive issues. I think that senators are going to have a lot of trouble and a lot of work to get to the bottom of all the classified secret defense files regarding UFO contacts. It seems that many interests that exceed us are at stake around the subject of UFOs. Why else would the military suddenly want to set up their own investigation bureau? As you can see in this video, a strange UFO was caught on camera in Russia on November 21st, 2021. This bright flashing object seems to be dropping orbs, or maybe it's just a pulsating light. But the origin of this flying object is unknown. The UFO light is said to have been stationary during around 10 minutes before splitting into two UFOs. Unfortunately, I have no further information about this video. It is therefore difficult to pinpoint the precise location and country where this video was filmed. And this is often the case when it comes to UFO videos, which has a negative effect on the credibility of the UFO report. It is not even sure that this video was taken in Russia. It might have been taken in Brazil. It's quite complicated to know given the language spoken by the two witnesses. However, the video remains interesting as this kind of phenomenon is quite spectacular to watch and the video still circulates on social networks. It seems that this light was present in the sky that night. It would be interesting to try to understand what is happening during this sequence, but it's difficult to go further for the moment.
Ah, ele tá parado no céu. Agora tá indo pra cá. Olha, se dividiu em dois de novo.
You may have seen this video on the internet. Indeed, we can see here what could be a massive UFO, half the size of the Earth, passing by Saturn. The video was filmed by the Archimedes Observatory on YouTube. In fact, if it was true, that could be very scary. But what is sad is that many people believed this alleged hoax. The fact is that even Archimedes Observatory admitted in the description of the video that it was most likely an optical blemish, small particle or hot camera pixel. He said that it was just a video for clickbait.
It was no more than an illusion caused by the planetary imaging process, which should call into question the credibility of those within the UFO/UAP community that have shared the video with their own versions of misinformation.
So finally, nothing out of the ordinary. But the approach of this channel is still questionable, as is YouTube's policy or YouTube's algorithm in general regarding this kind of content, because it proves once again that clickbait content is much more visible than ordinary content or more qualitative content on YouTube. It also proves that any YouTube channel that wants to have a little visibility today is forced, sooner or later, to do some clickbait content. Apparently, it doesn't seem to have bothered the Archimedes Observatory channel to deliberately lie in the title to have more views. But it's also part of the YouTube game, unfortunately. And it is up to us, viewers, to develop a minimum of critical sense in relation to all this flow of content and information. September the 3rd, 2021, 19 past 10 a.m., the guy who filmed the video was outside on work break in Scarborough, Ontario. After some minutes looking up into a patch of blue sky, he could see a bright, shimmering object and alerted a co-worker who was beside him and started to film. This bright, white, long UFO appears to be swirling clockwise. It came in from the north, heading southward. While this sighting is still unidentified, it's very difficult to understand why it's rotating like this. It is unlike any other known aerial phenomenon. According to some viewers, it could be feather anomalies, and they are said to be quite rare. This is the first time I've seen such a thing. The first time I hear about feather anomalies. And I have some trouble explaining what it is. So, What do you think it could be?
It's heading south. You must be looking at something else, because I got this one going south.
It's already the end. I hope you've enjoyed this new video. You can find us on social networks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. As usual, don't forget to hit that like button and that bell button too. Don't forget to share the video and to subscribe to Section 51. You can also visit our Spreadshirt shop to get a beautiful accessory Section 51. This was DozGeek with Section 51. I'll be back really soon. Open your eyes, watch the sky, live long and prosper.